you're going to be walking away feeling like a completely brand new person. As long as you do the activities, you do the exercises, use the tools that I'm sharing with you, you're going to walk away feeling completely renewed. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Whitley Jane, your host. This is the place to be if you are looking to really stepping into the best version of yourself. This week, we are building on top of last week's video, which was all about letting go. This month, the month of April, is dedicated to a brand new series that is focused on helping you step into a new beginning. Spring's here, and with spring comes a new beginning, a new season, and also it's a really great time to just do some spring cleanings. It's so relevant to this week's video because this week is all about really showing you how to clean out all of the old things, all of the old energies, all of the old stuff that isn't necessarily going to serve you anymore as we step on this journey together. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that notifications button so that every time I release a video, you get notified and you are the first one to know. With that being said, guys, let's get into it. Last week, we talked about how to let go of the past, how to let go. We did a deep dive into identifying what are those things that you need to let go of, and then giving you some tools and practices to showing you how to really like cut those energies out. If you have not watched that video yet, go pause this video and go over to the channel, or you can go into the description below. I'll just tag it in there and then watch that video first. There are three areas that I want to focus on. The first area is your home, your space. And then the second area is going to be your energy, so your energetic space. And then the third area that we're going to focus on is really just like your habits and your behaviors, and giving you some practical tools and steps to being able to like clear those things away in an easy and effortless kind of way. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is your home. Your home is your sanctuary. The biggest thing, especially when we are clearing stuff out, guys, and we are letting go of stuff and we are stepping into new beginnings, you know, I always love starting with my space, with my home, decluttering, letting go of the old so I can let in the new. You really want to like take inventory of your home. And so maybe there's a few rooms that already come to mind where you're like, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to get to that. I've been meaning to clean that space out, clear the stuff out, organize that space. When your home is in a state of peace and calm, then your mind and your body naturally will match that. What needs your attention in your home? Maybe there's a ton of clothes that you no longer need, and you know, you can donate it, right? Like maybe there's a ton of stuff that you don't need anymore. Maybe you have, I don't know, like an overflow of stuff in your house, or junk or whatever it is that you just don't need anymore. Guys, do not hold on to things that you no longer need, right? You can always put it to good use. So if you're somebody who's like, oh my gosh, but what if I'm going to use that, you know, maybe I'll need it in like down the road, maybe like I'll need it at some point in time. Like if you're that person, it's like, it's all good. I get it. My mom was like that. Like, I think she still is, God love her. But like, you need to just like part ways, let go. Like think of ways where you can take those things and donate it to your local community, right? With that being said, because it is spring and the weather is warming up, it's actually a really great time to just like open up your windows and just allow all of that old stagnant like winter air out and let in like the fresh spring air into your house. The other thing that you can do, if you are an incense burner, or maybe you like to burn sage, or perhaps you prefer candles, you can choose one or the other, or you can do all three, whatever feels best to you, whatever you feel called to doing. You can sage your space. You can burn some incense, burn some candles, and it's really just like refreshing and renewing the air, the space, purifying it. And as I am purifying my space, as I am cleaning out my space, I will have an intention, you know, like my intention could be, or I could say a little prayer or just have an intention. But like an example of intention would be, I am intending to clear out any old and stagnant energies from my home and only allowing fresh, positive energies in, blessing my home with love and light and joy and laughter. And so you can say like a little intention, whatever it is that resonates the most with you. You can say that intention as you are going around and sort of airing out your home, purifying your home, cleaning up your home. Maybe you're letting go of a relationship. We'll use this for an example. And maybe that relationship, you have old letters, maybe you have old things that remind you of this relationship. And so I'm going to invite you to look at the things that you can actually physically let go of. Because oftentimes humans tend to want to hold on to these things because they've got like this sentimental value to them, even though they've already departed ways with this person or departed ways from this thing or this type of experience. They still hold on to these sentimental physical things. And so I'm going to invite you to look at the things that you can actually let go of. A lot of people attach themselves to these objects, but there really is no meaning to these objects unless we give them meaning, right? Everything that we interpret in the world is based on the meaning that we give to it. I invite you to let go of whatever sentiments that you are still holding onto that are attached to the things or remind you of the things or maybe people who just aren't serving you anymore and who you are choosing to let go of. Let those objects go, because as long as they're still in existence, as long as they're still there where you can see them, or even in the back of your mind, like even if you don't even like see them in your space, like maybe it's not sitting on your dresser, but it's like packed away in a box, like it's still there, that energy, and it holds energy, right? And that energy is still there. So you really want to just be able to cut yourself from any of those energies, any of those objects, any of the things that you associate to the thing, to the habit, to the behavior, to the person, to the place. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit subscribe and that notifications button as well, so that every time I release a new video, you're able to access it. And also when you subscribe, you also get access to the community. If you are choosing to step into a new you, if you're choosing to let go of a relationship, for example, and maybe you have that person programmed in your phone as a certain name, and maybe you talk to that person so much, like a couple of times throughout the day, and so all of a sudden, because your mind and your body has become programmed to associate maybe a certain ringtone, a certain notification sound, or the name that you have programmed in your phone, your mind and your body have been programmed to react a certain way whenever that person texts you or calls you, because that is just the program that you've been operating from. And so what we want to do is we want to look at what is in your life right now that you can change and rewrite the program. So the best way that I can describe this as is giving you the example of changing the name of the person in your phone, or if you're just like completely done, you're cutting all ties with this person, maybe even just deleting that person completely out of your phone, okay? And then the second thing is perhaps you associate your notification sounds or your ringtone to a certain person so much that every time that your phone rings or every time that your text messages come through, you automatically think of that person, in your body, in your mind is reacting in hopes of that person reaching out to you. Do you see what I mean? And so what we want to do is scrap that program, and we want to create a new program. And how we do this is by clearing out some of those old behaviors, clearing out those associations, and then creating new ones, okay? So that's just one example. I would invite you to spend a little bit of time on the things in your day-to-day basis that come up that remind you of the thing you're letting go of, the thing or the person that you're letting go of. And then if you dig in a little bit deeper and spend a little bit of time on this, you're gonna start to see what are some of those triggers. What are some of those triggers that I associate to this person or this thing? And then what you want to do is, how can I create a new association? How can I scrap that old program and create a new one so that I can move forward and not continue to operate from that place of old behaviors and old habits? Okay, so the last area that I want to focus on is clearing up and cleaning up your energy, right? So just your energy. And how we're going to do this is through a few spiritual practices that really is going to help you kind of clear that out. Now, in the last video, I talked about doing some of that energy work in terms of doing a cord cutting to the thing that you were letting go of, right? And so you've already started doing a little bit of that energetic work. And now today, what we're going to do is we're going to build on that energetic work, and we're going to implement a few other practices that's really going to help you to restore and renew the new energy that you're going to be going out into the world with, to creating this new beginning for yourself. Meditation is going to be so powerful for you as you go through this process. And the reason for the meditation is because of this. Now, before you say, oh, Whitley, don't tell me meditation, like I can't do meditation, it's so hard for me. Before you say anything, just hear me out. For one, I get it. Meditation is not always easy for myself, but I have learned how to meditate in my own way. I have learned how to rely on some other tools to help guide me into meditation. So I'm going to share a few of those things with you, and you will find your way. As long as you implement, you practice it, you're going to find what works best for you. What this is going to do, the power behind this, is that it's going to allow you to connect to your inner self. Too oftentimes, like, our mind is always going, right? Like, we have so many thoughts, tens and tens of thousands of thoughts every single day. Our minds are always busy. Our bodies are always running on a program too. And so when we take time out to be at peace, to be calm, to be still, it really gives us the ability to be able to connect to that deeper part of ourselves, so that we are able to get the clarity, to get the focus, able to get the guidance needed, able to connect with the energy in which we desire to step into. I'm going to invite you to search some guided meditation. The other way that you can do this, if maybe you're a little more of an advanced meditator, you can certainly just pull up some music and close your eyes and go into your meditation. The other thing that you can do is, if you are a nature person, maybe you love the water, maybe you love the woods, whatever it is, go out and be in nature. This is such a powerful way. And honestly, guys, this is like the best way that I meditate, is going out and walking and being in nature. Because that is the time when my mind is still. That is the time when I get all the guidance and the downloads and everything. Nature is my meditative spot. The next thing that I want you to do is to go and have a bath. Guys, water is so healing for our bodies. It's so healing, and it's so good for our bodies. A couple of things that you can do actually when you are having this bath is to play some soft music. Add some Epsom salts to your bath, and then you can light a few candles just to relax and kind of like set that mood, right? This is going to be a really, really great way for you to just kind of like purify your body, your energy, and just bringing it back to its natural state. After that, I'm going to actually invite you to doing this next activity, this next exercise. We're going to call it a letter of intention, okay? This letter of intention is really going to help you in facilitating whatever emotions, whatever thoughts, feelings that are coming up for you towards letting go of that thing that you've declared of letting go of. And so I want you to, this is your opportunity to write whatever comes up, whatever feelings come up for you, whatever thoughts that come up for you, whether they're positive or negative. This is your opportunity to just kind of like let it all out on paper. And no, we are not giving this letter to anybody. We are not, it's for ourselves, and it's a way for us to process, allow whatever old emotions that have been stuck, okay? Any old feelings and thoughts that have been kind of like pushed down for however long. And this gives you an opportunity to just allow yourself to release it. Okay, you, now we covered a lot. This is a lot. You are going to be very busy over the next few days. Hey, maybe this might even take you 1 day or 2 days. If so, like, let me know in the comments. That would be pretty incredible. Next week, we are going to be covering all about creating vision. Just keep in mind, all of the work that you are doing is all leading and it's all building on top of something, okay? And so at the end of this series, you're gonna be walking away feeling like a completely brand new person. As long as you do the activities, you do the exercises, use the tools that I'm sharing with you, you're gonna walk away feeling completely renewed. In the next video, we will be covering how to create your vision, and all the tools and all the things. I'm really excited about this. This is the part where it gets really, really good, because right now we've just been doing we've been doing the work, right? We've been doing the groundwork. Now next week we're gonna be creating, okay? So really, really excited. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the notifications button, so that way there, as soon as that video comes out, you will be the first to know. And don't forget to just subscribe and join this amazing community. I am here to support you, to coach you and guide you on your journey towards self-mastery. And so again, thank you for being here. And I just want to acknowledge you for showing up and doing the work, showing up for you. I celebrate you. I hope that you have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week in the next video.